Today I will be starting the wiring on my John boat, and I already cut out a little hatch and stuff, so here's the John boat. I already went ahead and cut this out. It was full of foam. So it's pretty dirty inside still, but yeah. Now it's all open, and yeah, I'm gonna put all the batteries and have just some extra storage and put like the fuse block and the on-off switch and just all of that, so it's all put away and out of the rain and stuff when I'm hunting. I've had this light bar sitting in my garage for a couple of years now. It's like brand new. I just got like the cheapest on-off switch I could, because I mean, I'm not going for anything crazy. These little lights, they were really cheap. They're like 13 bucks on Amazon, and they're just white LED. So just to help light up the boat and stuff. And it came with 10 of them, and I think it was $13 on Amazon. I just got some extra heat shrink, just some miscellaneous wire and clips and stuff here. More wires, some rivets. I also got a rivet gun, silk tappers. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. This on-off switch, the wire strippers. This is what I'm using for a fuse block, just a little tiny one. So yeah. And then I got these light strips. I think there's one right here. These turn green, so yeah, they should light up the boat pretty good and look pretty cool. And I made sure to get like the 3M backing, because this will stick a lot better than some Chinese stuff you can buy off Amazon. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna mount everything first, and then I'm not 100% sure how all this fuse stuff and everything works, so I'm gonna mess around and test it a couple times and see what I can figure out. So yeah, hopefully it'll just be a quick, easy, I can figure it out. Oh, also, forgot to mention, I got this hatch for right here. I gotta trim it a little bit so it'll fit, but it just opens like this. Get that. It's like that, and it should work really nice and look really cool. I'm gonna put hydro turf on the seats. I have some extra stuff from my big boat that I have, so I'm gonna put some on top of that, and then just cover the benches. I don't think I'm gonna mess with the floors quite yet. I might eventually put a subfloor in it, but that'll be for a different episode. So yeah, there's no leaks that I found, and yeah, pretty solid little boat. Nice little camo job on it. So yeah, not bad at all. Alright, what's up, y'all? It's been a couple days, and I went ahead and did a little bit that I did not film. So what I did, I put this little light right here, and another one right there. And then I ran the wires, I fished them through, and I got them here, and then that one over there, that goes all the way in through here. And I kind of did some research online, and I am gonna go a different route with this. So what I'm gonna do, I had this where it linked everything to the switch panel, so they just ran off one fuse. But I'm gonna run individual lines from each one to the fuse block, so that every accessory I have in the boat is fused. Because if I don't do that, there's basically no point in having a fuse block at all. So, I don't know if that really makes sense, but in my mind, I think it does, and I hope I'm doing it right. But honestly, like I said, I'm not a professional, and I do not know if I'm doing this right. So, good learning experience, even if I'm not, and I hope it does work, so that I can show you guys how to do it right. Or show you not what to do. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I got 10 of these little lights here. Let me show you a little better. These ones. So I'm gonna wire those. I think I'm gonna put 2 here, 2 on the other side of there, 2 there. So 2 on each side of the bench. I don't think I'm gonna put any in the back yet. I kind of want to put one inside of here to light up inside, but I'm not sure. I could go in the back, like on those little corner things under, to make it light up real cool. So, I don't know. And then I have those green strip lights that I'm going to put one here, here, there, and then right across. So I only have 4 of those. And then I think that's about it for lights. I might have a bilge pump that I can install, but I'd have to find it. I'm not exactly sure where it's at. And then this, I'm not sure. I might be able to ground this yellow wire so that some lights come on here, like colored lights, which I don't really care, but I don't know if you can see, but it's got like that, like the LED thing around the ends. So I don't know. I'm currently trying to fish this through in here, but I don't know. I need an actual fish line, and it's pretty frustrating trying to do it. So I might just run it across here because I have little holders, and then I'm going to try to move this down to make it look neater. Okay, so what I did here, if I can move this. So I got the negative and the positive from there to come to here, same over there. I ran them just through, there's a hole in the bench. So then I connected the positives from each one and the negatives from each one. I just twisted them together, and now I'm gonna put some soldering heat shrink on them, and then connect them to another wire, and then connect all 4 of them eventually. And yeah, I figured I'd just show you the process of how I'm doing this. So let's start off with the positive. I'm not sure exactly how I need, so I'm not going to cut it quite yet. So, and here's another awesome thing. This is a wire stripper, believe it or not. It's actually awesome. So all you do is you put it in here, you find the gauge wire you want, and you strip it, and it's that easy. And I just did that in slow motion too. So I'm gonna get these, connect the positives together. Those ones are already twisted pretty good, so I'm just gonna get what I can. Okay, that's pretty ugly. This is the first time I've done this on this project at least, so you guys are doing it with me. Okay, I'm just gonna twist this one really good. Just try to twist it all together in a big ball almost. Okay, slide that over. And then with these, if you twist them, it'll go on if it's pretty tight, and it works really well. So I don't know if you can see that, but I have the 2 positives from that light and that light, and then just going on to 1 positive wire that's eventually going to go to the other 2 on the other side, and then go to the switch panel. So you just line up that solder. I'm not sure if it's solder or solder, I'm not going to lie. So I think it worked. It's hard to see that solder in there sometimes, so you really gotta watch. Yep, and you can just see little silver. I like, just to be safe, get some electrical tape, and this is Scotch. I'd highly recommend getting 3M because it's very good with water, and it makes it very watertight, and 3M just makes really good products, to say the least. So just wrap this up nice and tight. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a 1980s John boat. Might even be older than that, I don't even know. But guess what? This is gonna last a very, very long time if you do it right. So that's why I'm here to show you exactly how I do it. And I've done this on the first time I ever did it on a boat, it kind of messed up, but then I learned from my mistakes, which is, in my opinion, the best way to learn anything. And I made it better the next time on my nice boat. So all of those wires and lights and everything work really good, and it's been rained on and abused many times. So there you go. Then you got 2 positive wires coming into 1 positive. Okay, so I just kind of tidied these up with some zip ties. So we have 4 wires, 2 positive, 2 negative, coming into 2 wires, 1 positive, 1 negative. So what I like to do is get a Milwaukee battery, and if you look real close, there's a positive on the left and then negative on the side. So I just like to go like this. It's hard to do with one hand. It's really easy if you got 2 hands. And then just test the lights. As you can see, these 2 work because they're all linked up. And now we just have to wire those ones, and wow, they are really bright actually. It's gonna be really cool at night. So yeah, stay tuned and see the end result. Now I'm probably just gonna time lapse the rest of the green ones, and I don't know if I need to show you guys I have like the little white LED pods around, so I don't know. I don't really think it's the same exact thing, really. I just gotta wire everything into this middle bench and just connect it's gonna be really time consuming with the white lights because there's 10 of them. So I have to get 10 into 5 into, yeah, it's just gonna take a long time and test my patience, really. So anyway, I'm gonna set up a time lapse and you guys can watch me go. And yeah, and if you have any questions about this, I mean, just drop it in the comments, and either I could try to answer, I might not know the answer, or somebody else in the comments can hopefully answer your questions. And yeah. Alrighty, so I'm back. I got the switch panel hole cut. Nothing pretty, but I just drilled, and then I hit this with a jigsaw, which I saw a video that the guy said to use a wood blade on this soft aluminum, or at least you can, and that is about the loudest thing that I've ever heard in my life. So if you're using a wood blade, you might want some earplugs. I don't know if a metal blade's any quieter, but at least that's how I experienced it. So I haven't wired this up yet, but got the hole drilled, which honestly went pretty smooth. So I'm pretty excited about that. It'll be fun to wire this all up and everything. So I got this one little wire just sort of started. I'm gonna test it and make sure everything's working how I want it to be. Might have to drill it out a little bit more actually. So I don't know, I might just get a file and file it down because I'm not trying to hear that again. Alright, so I got the switch panel, and it turns out I think I did it right, actually. So this bottom wire goes straight to the fuse block. So this wire right here, keep an eye, that bottom wire goes right here onto the fuse block. It's confusing, but yeah, it connects there. And then it goes all the way to the fuse block right here, and then it's fused. And then this wire goes to the accessory. So this wire goes to all those 4 wires that I linked up. So all 4 of these lights. And then this, that's linked to all of these switches, this ground for the switches. So they're piggybacked, or I think that's what it's called. So all 5 switches have a ground, and they're all linked. So that all goes here, and then that goes there. So all the switches have a ground. If there's no ground, then the little light doesn't turn on, which I don't have it. I don't have these ones hooked up yet, but yeah. So anyway, then this ground is directly from these lights. So that light right here, this light right here, this light and this light, I linked them all up to one wire, and the negative goes straight to there. Straight to there. And then the positive of those 4 linked up goes right here in the middle. So then, okay, this is kind of probably not safe. I just put that's positive and negative, I just linked them. So this is the positive, or the battery turn on and off. So it's on. And I go to the switch, boom. All green, baby. So that's really sweet. And then once you turn it on, that little light comes on. And once you turn it off, the light goes off. And that's because of that ground. I was a little confused because that light wasn't turning on, but then I didn't have the ground for the switch panel hooked up to the fuse, or to the bus bar on the fuse block. So this is a bus bar. This is just for your grounds. And then this is for the fuses. So it's like a bus bar fuse combo, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I'll get a better view. Absolute mess right now, and I gotta do a lot of wiring, or just containment of it. But yeah, that is really bright, and I think it looks really good. It's been a few days. I think last time I was recording, I got this installed. But I went ahead and I put leads on all these. So these 4 bottom wires all go to the fuse block, straight to the fuse block. So what I did, so these are the same 4. These are the bottom 4 on the 3-prong. So these 4, yeah, I had an extra long one and I wrapped it around. But I don't know if you can see, all 4 go to the fuse block, 3 up here, 1 down there. And then I got the fuse block and the switch installed. So that works good. So there's only 1 accessory hooked up right now. I have everything installed except for the bilge pump that I got. But so this one didn't have it just has a ground, so there's nothing. But then these 4 are the ones that go straight to the fuse block. So that makes it so that light turns on. And then this one I did wire to the green lights. So it turns on those green lights. Okay, after I've probably had about 2 hours into installing these lights, like these little white ones right here, and I still got to screw these 2 in. I put 2 there, 2 on both sides of this bench. One's here, and one's right below me. And one's here, and then one's here. So I used all 10 of them, and I went 1 to 2 to 1 to 2 to 1 to 2 and linked all of them up to 1, and then hooked it up to here. So here's the green ones. Boom. And then here's the white ones. So they're actually pretty dang bright. There it is. Wow, that looks really good. Totally lights it up. It'll be perfect at night and in the early mornings when you're messing around with your guns and your decoys and the dogs and whatever. Trying to grab a honey bun to eat before you get to the blind. But yeah, that looks... I'm telling you, you can't really go wrong with these lights, honestly. I mean, I haven't tested their durability or waterproof yet. But they were $13, I think. So that is not bad at all. I got this wire, ran it from here, just went through the rib into there. Negative to the bus bar, and then the positive to straight to the switch panel. And I already had the rest of the switch panel wired up. And then I cut this hole out a little better to make this fit. So this is a nice little hatch that locks. But I haven't bolted it in yet because I'm gonna put hydro turf on the floor and then maybe on top of this even. But it opens. And inside, if you can see, it's not my proudest job. It's an absolute mess down here. But I did what I could with the wires. And yeah, I could maybe put in a couple more clips, but It ain't pretty, I'll tell you that, but it gets the job done. And once that's shut, everything's looking pretty good. Couldn't even tell that I spent 10 hours inside of there. There's the light bar. There's a surface light on there, but you can see it's flashing on the back of my three-wheeler. So, and I don't know if I told you, but there's like a little box in here. Let me see if this will focus. And the little colors did end up turning on, so I guess that is a plus. There's the white lights. See how it looks like that. And yeah, as you can see, look at that tree over there. This thing is insanely bright. That's like probably about 70, 80 yards away. And like even like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like up here, those treetops, that's at least 100 yards away. So that's pretty sweet. Absolutely shining my dad's car. But yeah, this thing is pimping right now. I mean, I don't think I could be much happier. It looks awesome. So yeah, and here, I'll show you the green. I'll just turn all of them on at once. So, boom. Looks absolutely sick. Well, here it is, finally on the water. I got everything wired. I got a battery in there. I got that strapped down. I got the two front things finally bolted in. Found a gas tank. And I don't know if I told you guys about this, but this is a Mariner 6-horse I got. $200, and it runs. So hopefully I don't have any problems with it. And I have not tried it yet. So this is the Maiden Voyage. So I'll take it for a rip. And then I got the trailer over here. Go check out the video on that. It'll help me out. And yeah, let's give it a rip. Moves it pretty good. Especially for a 6-horse. Well, I got all the hydro turf finished. I ended up putting some here on the back, and I had a little extra piece, so I just put on this handle to make it, I don't know, kind of match, which, I don't know, it honestly doesn't feel too bad. It makes it really thick, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it on there. Here again, whole bench, all good. And I got this. I still got to rebolt this in, but that's it. The original plan was to put it on here, but I don't think it'll really last on top of this, like, diamond material. But yeah, and then I got the front, and I had quite a bit extra, so I got this whole boat done and a little bit on my big boat. So I can't complain at all. It was about $100 for the sheet. So stuff goes pretty long way. And these white lights are looking really good. Here's the green ones. Damn. Yeah, I think that looks really good. Here's just the green. So yeah, that'll be pretty fun. And it's not, I have this service light on, unfortunately, so you can't really exactly see what it's gonna be like. And then here's the light bar. And yeah, it's like 100 yards away. And it's lighting it up really good. Not 100, probably about 60. But anyway, yeah. Right now, I'd say the build is complete, other than if I end up getting a mud motor. This will end the video, and I really appreciate you guys watching it all. Again, go check out the video on the trailer. I put a lot of work into all of it, and yeah, I got it running. And I did check the speed. The max speed I hit with the 6-horse Mariner, and the boat's a 1236. I hit 17 miles an hour, and it planed out pretty nice. It didn't plane out right away, but after you get going, it would plane out and stay planed pretty good. So I might look into a hydrofoil if I end up keeping it. So yeah, other than that, no complaints at all. It's a long process. I kind of did it over like a month. I didn't really hit it big at once. I just kind of did it in little parts. Like tonight, all I did was hydroturf, and it's done now. So yeah, fun little build. This is probably the most in-depth build I've went into. Like I've done like boats and stuff and trailers, but I haven't done like a whole thing. Like now I got a whole setup. I don't know, I think this is worth at least $2,000 in my eyes. And I'll put a price breakdown. I'm guessing I have about $800 into it. So yeah, and I mean, if you do stuff like this on your own, it'll go a long way. So just keep that in mind, and if you build one, good luck on your project. And again, I really appreciate you watching, and please hit that subscribe button and like and share with your friends, as I'll be making more videos and hopefully running the river with this thing. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys.